House of Representatives Committee on Public Accounts has moved a motion to write Ministry of Finance and Custom to give waiver to TCN materials such as transformer and others that will ensure steady power supply and eradicate power failure. The committee, led by Honorable Bamidele Salam, noted lapses from the agencies. He then put question and was agreed upon by members of the committee that TCN will provide specific things that needed waiver for Nigerians to get steady power supply.
Expires end of May 2018. If you start trying to facilitate another waiver and it takes you 6 months or 1 year to get that waiver, meaning if you get a new waiver in June 2019, after 1 year, all the goods you bring in from June 2018 till May 2019, they are not exempted. It's simple law. So we need the details of those waivers. When there was a vacuum of no waiver, and when you got a new waiver, that is when you can enjoy the facility of waiver. That's why it's a waiver. It's not like a perpetual facility where you just bring in goods. The reason why you have waivers that are time-bound is to prevent some funny activities and abuse of the waivers. Thank you.
A question, is it a question or let me? A question, okay.
I just want to ask, did you write for renewal?
Yeah, that's why I will need to do that.
If it expires, and we are just writing to Ministry, to Customs and Co. It may be difficult. Did you write for renewal of that waiver?
I need to do that investigation. I need to do that finding because there's a department saddled with that. I just got involved because of this project. When,
Okay, what is the, do you have a total value of items, equipment, and goods that are affected by this, do I say logjam? Yes.
Yeah, for this project under investigation, virtually all the lots, have offshore components.
A total of like how much worth of?
We need to sit down
goods.
and bring out.
Okay, for the other project, the World Bank funded and so on, you also said you have quite a whole lot also affected. Yes, it would be good for us to know the total value or what the volume of what is affected. I'm saying this because I understand honorable colleagues' concerns, especially the question raised by Honorable Olumide Oshoba and Egbon, very valid. But again, I also look at the critical nature of the project and these items. Now, apparently there has been a lot of maybe administrative gaps in the pursuit of the necessary approvals and waivers and what have you. But as you stand today, just about 2 months ago, I happened to visit the West African Power Pool in Benin Republic, in Cotonou, as a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. And we went to the West African Power Pool, and from the analysis that was provided by that institution, Nigeria is losing a lot as a result of not keying into some critical transmission projects, which is like a subnational, transnational network for the West African sub-region. So I'm sure some of these World Bank project and so on you mentioned may also be captured in all this. So in view of the critical nature of this project and the sector we are dealing with, which is the power sector, what can we do as a committee? And that is where, yes, sir.
What we can do, sir, the impact of this non-release of these goods is affecting our daily business life. Like you said, this is a critical sector of the country. Now, TCN can work well. They are not giving waivers. So I think the best way we should go, Chairman, is to mandate the Ministry of Finance and Customs to grant waiver to this organization. Therein, we can now do the calculation and know how much, for those who are paid on their own, for how much they are paid, for the goods that are in the port, how they can release them, because it's really disturbing the economy. So I want to move a motion that the House to mandate the Ministry of Finance and Customs to grant waiver on materials and equipment imported, which are meant for TCN to resolve issues of power failure. And so move, Chairman.
Okay, let's take your amendment.
Thank you, Honorable Timei. I think we should be specific on those goods that are already at the port, that have been brought in, that are lying stranded at the port. Asking for a blanket waiver when they've already brought in goods that are stranded is those stranded goods that they need right now. Because the situation we're going to have is this: nobody's going to grant anybody waiver for more than 24 months to 36 months. What will happen eventually is that they'll be given another waiver of 24 months. They'll start sourcing out to bring in goods. Those goods will not come in for another 25, 36 months. Then that waiver will be useless. So let us be specific about the goods already stranded in the port for us to have a proper list of those goods, and for this particular project, and let those goods be waived to be released to them. I think we should be specific. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay.
Investigation. From the target we have, between now and May or probably June next year, we expect all these projects to come. So if you say probably we restrict it to the existing one, others are coming in January. Some are coming in February, March, April, and they are all offshore equipment.
Waiver given.
From the document I submitted, I just got that one this morning anyway. It was 2015 during the last administration.
2015.
Yeah.
The waiver was given 2015. The contract was awarded when?
It was awarded last year, 2022. 2022.
So, what was the waiver for from 2015 till today?
Yeah, just like I mentioned, sir. I got involved in this project. I wasn't part of the previous whatever. So, and the understanding everybody had concerning power projects is that there is an IDEC and exemption, both for IDEC and also for the VAT. So when this project were scoped, it was no consideration was made for that. So I just got involved. I wasn't part of.
No. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm worried because if this waiver was given in 2015, right? So I really want to know what has happened to this waiver till 2023. This 2023. That's how many years ago?
Yeah, Honorable, I said something. There is no doubt that there have been administrative lapses. To him, earlier when he met me in the office today, because if you read the letter, you will see that, and this is part of the things that affect our institutions, there are things that need to be done timeously. And there are ways of doing things that will, all this, you see, this institution, especially the National Assembly, I wish agencies know the powers of the institution. And you are able to leverage on such powers and influence to get so many things done. You have Committee on Power, which oversights the TCN, I suppose, and all other agencies. If you had approached them all these years, I'm sure they will have taken steps to ensure that you get those waivers extended to cover both the IEDC and the VAT component of your project. But apparently all those things were not done. But we are now in a situation where we have to clear that mess. And we are clearing that mess because the federal government, under His Excellency President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has made the issue of power a very, very central point of its priority programs. And ours is to make sure that we also support the delivery of that vision. And there is no way, I repeat, there is no way it can be delivered if this one is not sorted out. Because we are talking about major transformers and other hardware that will be installed in various places to ensure that we have better transmission and distribution of power. And they do say it most often that our problem is not actually about generation. It's about being able to transmit and distribute even what we generate at the moment. So I just want us to see it in this light so that we do not allow whatever administrative lapses that happened in the past to now, jeopardize what we can do, as a parliament in that order. So I don't know whether there's any seconder to the motion. Yeah, Honorable Akiba, just a minute.
Distinguished colleagues, esteemed guests, Basi Akiba is my name. Mr. Chairman, having listened to the motion raised by my colleague, and having also understand clearly the critical nature of this sector, and having also heard from the management, I do second the motion as moved by my colleague. I so second. Thank you. As amended, I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Let's have it. TCN, you are to please provide us with specifics, the details, so that by the time we are conveying this resolution, we will have details of what we are asking that the government does. And I want to assure you that we're going to pursue it to ensure that we get this out in the interest of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the teeming masses who are looking up to government to be able to get steady supply of power. When I was asking...
The committee chairman also intervened for the Hague Center in Kaduna, seeking option that will restore the light that has been interrupted in the center. This will help the center and help Nigeria from the problem of seeking for medical eye center.
For the Kaduna, I want to send you a message to Kaduna, and I actually thought Kaduna would be here today. Honorable colleagues, the main purpose why I was asking to see the Kaduna disco, and this is an issue I want us to, I will just throw back at TCN, and I wish NEC was here. There is the National Eye Center in Kaduna. The National Eye Center in Kaduna. I learned that they are owing Kaduna Disco some money. Kaduna Disco has disconnected them and asked them to pay some certain money. I know that discos are into business, but I wouldn't know whether there are like special concessionary tariffs for health institutions. This is not the private medical center. It's a specialized health center that deals with eye. In fact, the flagship eye medical center in Nigeria. And the woman called and was really, really, really on her knees, didn't know what to do. She's a new person appointed as the acting medical director. Yeah, and I thought, well, it's also an opportunity for us to see if you can play a role between the Kaduna Disco and the National Eye Center Kaduna for some kind of concession. They will pay the money, but apparently she doesn't have 25 million or 18 million that she's asked to pay before the so she can't do surgery. She can't do so many things, as we speak. So TCN, is there any advice you want to give on that? How do you think we can help them resolve?
Maybe Kano Discos, they are here.
And they are brothers.
Whether they can chip
But
in.
is there any concessionary tariff for medical centers? I think it's NEC that may know. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, sir, I think with the introduction of service-based tariffs.
Service-based tariff.
SBT. So
okay.
Basically, tariffs are set based on the bands of EPIDA. So if the customer based on band, either band A, band B, or band C, or
okay.
as the case may be. So the customer would be charged based on the band that is getting supply. So there is no any concessionary in terms of whether it's a school, a hospital, or any other agency. Exactly. It's based on hours of supply. But in terms of this issue of huge outstanding and the customer was disconnected, I think the customer can approach the disco and then agree on installment payment. Maybe they can agree on a down payment of some percentage, while the remaining one can be split over a period of time so that they can reduce.
All right, don't worry. The committee will arbitrate. So please, like I said, purely on humanitarian ground, because she painted a very, very pitiable, situation of that eye center, and that is the only place. Our people don't have money to go to Dubai, go to Canada to do eye surgery. The poor people, we're not talking about you. You are privileged. You can go anywhere for your own need. We are talking about the poor man and the poor woman in Kaduna, in Kano, in Sokoto, another part of Nigeria, who need to go there, and without electricity, they cannot do anything. So please, Mr. Chairman, do that. Yes, Dr. Midala.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable colleagues, MD, thank you for the update. I just got some message, and I want just few clarification. There are some contracts that have been awarded for substations in different locations, most especially in Biu. I learned from a citizen, concerned citizen, that those contracts are being diverted to other locations. I'm not sure. I want to get that clarification because that is very, very important for our zone. I'm from Askira Uba, Howell, Federal Constituency, and that substation in Biu is very critical. Can I get clarification from you, maybe now, or if you don't have these things, please let me have them.
Maybe when I go back to the office, we'll investigate and communicate back to you.
Okay, thank
But
you.
I don't think any contract can be diverted once it's signed.
Yes, because
I've not heard out of that from TCN.
I learned that an excuse was given because of insecurity or something. But I want to categorically say that there is no insecurity in Biu and Howell locations. And that's the reason I need to get that clarification.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, if it is funded by appropriation, I don't think, even if it is a donor, except if it is donor-funded project, and they feel there's a risk of security and all those stuff. So, but that project is by appropriation. So you can even be shown interest in this year budget to know whether there's an allocation for it. But TCN can never, divert a project once it is awarded.
Okay, I will get through across to you and give update to the chairman and to the house again.
Okay, matter the last time. Is there any additional information that you have for the committee, please? Were you asked to provide additional information?
Sir, I wanted to update on the...
Draw the microphone closer.
So I wanted to update on the two associate companies where we have two more contracts. So one for PHEDC, Port Harcourt Disco. So the two transformers...
Well, I am having difficulty hearing you. I don't know whether others are hearing you.
Yeah.
Just draw the microphone closer.
If I may comment,
draw it closer. Push it to yourself. Push it. Yes, sir.
Yes.
The company has other subsidiaries that also got contracts in this SLA.
Oh, okay.
So he has presented for Skipper the other time. They have other two companies, GTA and...
GTA, so he's representing those subsidiaries?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, all right.
So GTA, the two transformers, 60 MVA transformers, they are at the port. They are getting cleared today. So they will be reaching PHEDC by this weekend. So that
by when?
By this weekend.
This weekend, okay.
Okay. And for the TND West Africa, this 150 MVA and 100 MVA. There are two transformers. They are at port in India. The vessel
from India?
Yes.
Where are those transformers meant for?
They are meant for IKEDC, Ikeja Disco.
Ikeja?
Yes.
Okay.
So the vessel is expected on 6th of January. So once vessel is there,
they will arrive Nigeria 6th of January.
No. They will be loaded in the vessel on 6th of
Loaded?
January. Yes.
Have they been inspected?
Yes, they have been inspected.
When did the inspection take place?
I think it was done in October. Yes.
All right, so go ahead.
So that's what I wanted to update.
Oh, okay. But do you have any of those items we just discussed about now in the port awaiting clearance?
Sir, we have already paid and cleared. Last time also I said.
Oh, okay. You are the good one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, where is your colleague? He stepped out?
No. Oh, sorry, yes.
All right. No, don't worry, please. Not too substantial. So it's good that we also have the discourse represented here today, the people from Kano, so you can take part of this resolution back to the forum of discourse. We are waiting on the TCN now to provide us with the details so that whatever letter we're going to write to whoever will not be scanty. We need to really have, the hard facts. Honorable colleagues, in the absence of any other thing, we may need to stand down for continuation after plenary, maybe at 2 p.m. Will somebody move for that, please? Adjournment till 2 p.m.
Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, Nkem Kama is my name. I represent the awesome people of Ohazara, Onitsha, and Iwe Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, I hereby move that this committee go on a short break to reconvene by 2 p.m. after plenaries. I so move. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any seconder, please?
Thank you, Chairman Tunji Olawi. I hereby second the motion moved by my colleague, Honorable Kama, to adjourn this meeting till after plenary 2 p.m. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion for continuation of today's business, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. And I saw CBN walking in at 12:30.
Bemiga Olamikon, GTV Africa.